BMW, oil leaks are apparently a feature and not a flaw. And admittedly, the oil leaks probably preserved this car from rusting all down the bottom of it, so I'm okay with it. But now that all the oily parts are out of the engine bay, it's time to clean them up and restore them for the next 100,000 miles of leaky driving. And man, there are a lot of grimy parts. Okay, so we've got some soapy water here, some cleaner degreaser for some tougher messes, brushes, and some towels to clean some stuff off. We're gonna go after the dirt first. We'll take care of the rust later. So the tubs that I'm bringing in right now contain some chemicals. One of them is muriatic acid, which I'm going to use to soak all of the rust off of everything that's got any rust on it. And this includes the bolts and all the mounting hardware and all kinds of stuff that just had rust. The second tub contains the neutralizer, and all the neutralizer is water and baking soda. So I soak all of the rusty stuff in muriatic acid, then I move it over to the neutralizing tank. It's actually ridiculous how quickly and easy this works to remove rust. Now once these parts get cleaned up and de-rusted as best as I possibly can, What I'm going to do is scrape some of them down, do a little sanding on a couple of them. Then we're going to go ahead and use some primer to eventually repaint each of these. And some of them will be painted black and some will be painted silver. For all of these parts, I am using high temp paint because they're all basically things that are attached to the engine, and I'm trying to avoid any of this stuff really peeling or chipping off later. When you're doing a job like this, you have so many parts on order, and it can seem like you're never gonna get it together again. What I like to do is pass the time by fixing something that isn't mechanical, but fixes something that you don't like about the car that you wanted to eventually fix anyway. So I decided, why not restore the front grille of the car? The black trim is all chalky and weathered, and the chrome is dented and all scratched up, and it's not very shiny. It doesn't look great. So we start by taking all of the pieces apart. The black does come separated from the chrome. I clean all of the plastic up and rough it up a little bit to make it good for accepting some primer and paint. I'm just using regular spray can primer here, and then I'm using matte black paint. I didn't really want to use anything particularly shiny, so we went matte on this, and I think it turned out pretty nicely. They definitely look a lot better than they did when I started. Alrighty, I'm gonna do something I'm probably gonna get lots of hate for, but I've spent so much money on this car, on mechanical parts, that I just, it has to stop somewhere. And I have all these trim pieces, like the chrome stuff, and some of it's in pretty good shape, but all the stuff that's on the front, on the grille, like these pieces here and these pieces here, are all pitted and garbage. And unfortunately, they're also really, really expensive to replace right now. So maybe that changes in the near future, but right now, I don't think I can spend $150 to replace this. And so the other option is to get it re-chromed, which costs at least $60 or $70. So the plan is to eventually replace them with new ones or ones that are in a lot better condition. But for now, we're gonna restore these by hitting them with some sandpaper, then we're gonna primer them, and then we're gonna hit them with some chrome paint and see what we get. Well, they're probably not gonna get any worse than they are right now. And if we can hit them with some sandable primer that can smooth out all the stuff, and I did remove dents from these, and it looks pretty good. My dent removal skills are apparently slightly better than I thought they were. But we're gonna remove the dents from them, which I already done, and then we're gonna sand them and prime them and paint them chrome. And quite honestly, a can of chrome paint is 15 bucks. Replacing these alone is 150. These are even more. So we're gonna give it a shot and replace these later, but try to beautify them now. So bring the hate, I guess. So I got out as much of the dents and everything else as I possibly could out of this trim. Then I went ahead and wiped them all down, cleaned them up, and sprayed them with some high build primer. Then what I did was I wet sanded them as smooth as I could. Then I filled in any dimples and dents and dings as best I could with some body putty, some very fine stuff. This is usually used for finishing work, but it's what I had around, and it's simple because you don't have to mix it. You squeeze it out of the tube. I could squeeze it into little spots and areas that maybe had a little bit of a pit or something like that. Smooth them out pretty well, sand them all off. Then I went back and primered them all again so that they would have one consistent color all the way through. And then we went on to the chrome paint. Now I must say the chrome paint wasn't mirror shine. It's more of like a matte chrome. And I feel like the look actually isn't horrible. I don't hate it. Now I'm guessing that I could probably go through with some really fine sandpaper and shine up that chrome paint to look pretty good. But I'm not all that worried about it. I don't really mind the matte finish. I think on the car it looks pretty nice. And eventually, like I said, I just want to replace it with brand new trim. But that's eventually.
Now we have a lot of clean, refinished parts and a restored grille. Everything is ready to start putting it back together, once all the parts come in, of course. I am so excited to start putting it back together, and it won't be long now. Of course, all the parts are gonna cost more than this beater's worth. The only reason why we do something like this is for the love of cars. And if a moron like me can figure it out, I know you can too. So go out there and work on your ride, and I'll see you in the next one.